All right, let's do lesson 4. This is going to be talking about the shape of distributions. I'm going to go ahead and skip over our overview. This is always here on Canvas if you look at your presentations or the slides for each lesson. So the learning targets, go ahead and write these down. You should be able to describe the shape of a distribution using the terms symmetric, skewed, uniform, bimodal, and bell-shaped. And you should be able to use a graphical representation of data to suggest a situation that produced the data pictured. Okay. So now we're going to look at these 4 graphs. And we're going to analyze the differences between them instead of just saying which one does not belong. So, if you were in class, I already handed out a paper that has the definitions for symmetric. Oops, let's go back and do a smaller. So we have symmetric distribution, skewed distribution, uniform, bimodal, and bell-shaped. So first we're going to look at A. A has, we can see that it kind of does like an up and then it goes back down. My line's not super straight. I'm also going to erase this a little bit back here. But you can see that it goes up and down at the same kind of rate on both sides. So that is called bell-shaped. Okay. We can also say that this is symmetric because we can draw a line down right here. And it looks like if we were to put a mirror on one side, it would look the same. Okay, so this is also symmetric. Okay, let's look at B. This one has 2 clumps of data, one on each side. So we have a big clump here and a big clump here. This is called bimodal because it has 2 very common data values seen. So we have the -20 and the -11. Those are 2 big common data values. Then this one is also symmetrical because I can draw a line right here and it looks like I put a mirror in between it because it's got the same picture on both sides. The same set of data or similar. So this is also symmetric. Okay. B. B is going to be uniform. Because the data values are evenly distributed throughout the range of the data. We could also say that it is symmetric because I could still draw a line through the center. Let's see, is that about right there? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on both sides, and they look exactly the same. So that's also symmetric. And our last one, D, is going to be skewed. So for a skewed data, that means that the mean is not usually equal to the median, and one side of the distribution has more values farther from the bulk of the data than the other side. So because we have like this, it goes up and a little bit down, and we don't have that other side of like the bell like we had up here on A, That's going to be skewed. It could be skewed the other direction. We could have something like that. Okay? All right, our next slide is the matching distributions. You guys are going to have 5 questions on Canvas. It's called Lesson 4 Matching. There's not an access code for it. I am going to have you guys do this as homework. And you can do it as many times as you want. Okay? So the way it's set up is you're going to be given a dot plot that has a number right up here. So let's say this is number 1. And then you're going to be given in the right-hand column, so left-hand column is dot plots, the right-hand column is going to be a histogram. Actually, it's going to be a lot of histograms. And it is going to have a letter up here. So we're going to say this is A. You guys are going to match the dot plot and the histogram that have the same data. So it should be similar. You remember how this one was a little bit different? Because we saw this one Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. And we had these 6 points right here were represented in the bar graph by this one bar right here. So you just need to find the histogram that matches the dot plot on the left. Okay? It has 5 questions. You will either be doing the odds or the evens. So there's a total of 10. There's 10 dot plots. You will be given odds or evens to complete. The definitions, I handed these out in class. If you missed class, I will put them on Canvas. I will also have a printed out copy for you when you come back. Now you'll need to take your cool down. A lot of you guys missed on Thursday. So here's your access code to take the cool down. On that, you may use your definitions for symmetric distribution, skewed distribution, uniform distribution, bimodal distribution, and bell-shaped distribution. However, you should probably watch lesson 5 before you take the cool down. All right, I'll see you guys in class. Let me know if you have any questions.